All right, welcome back. Accounting 2. We're in Chapter 14, moving on with creating our worksheet. Remembering our worksheet is very similar from what we did in Accounting 1. It is a big old scratch sheet of paper where we are going to start out with the trial balance, right? And before we get that far, we'd actually look at any financial document. We have the who, which is the company name. We have the what, which is the worksheet, and we have the when. And the when in this case is for year ended December 31st of 2019. So we got our who, what, when. Now we start opening up that big 3-ring binder called the general ledger, and we start looking at every single account we have. And we pull the account name and plug it in here, and then we go find the ending balance of cash and petty cash and every asset, and then your liabilities and stockholders' equity. You drag them down, whether they're a debit balance or a credit balance. Now, the most important piece to this is by the time we're done, when we add up our total debit balances and our total credit balances, these have to equal, right? If these things don't equal, we have challenges. And as I kind of joke about it, if the trial balances don't work, then I have failed you as a teacher, right? If you think you can move forward and your trial balances just don't work, we got issues, right? Somewhere in there it says that my debits don't equal my credits. Could be a simple typed in number wrong, could be just simple math error wrong, could be forgot an entry, did only half of an entry, whatever, doesn't matter. If your trial balance doesn't match, nothing else going forward will ever have a chance to match or be right. So you have to stop and go find and fix those problems. We start out with our first simple adjustments, and these are the same adjustments we did back in Accounting 1. We are going to adjust the asset account supplies and the asset account prepaid insurance. These assets have been partially used up over time, and now it's time to show that recording of it. The example we used was, using up a pencil. And when this pencil was done, I don't hit pause and go down to the district office and journalize the using up of 5 cents, right? I just keep doing my job all day, every day. At the end of the year, I'll count up how many supplies I have left. At Accounting 2, we'll break up our supplies into office and store supplies, but it's really the same thing, right? Raw materials that go into my business. When I use up those supplies, whether it be office or store, or whether I use up prepaid insurance, that is a cost of running my business, and it needs to be expensed. So we look at those. We have supplies expense for office, right? Showing how much of that was used up. We go ahead, and once that's done, our balance is now matching up with our ending balance, right? So trial balance is going to be your beginning number. We calculate the adjustment, how much was used up, basing that off of how much was left, right? Do the same thing with store supplies. So here we'll see the trial balance number of what did I have of value in total. I go over here to the right where I can't see, and I plug in my ending balance, and then I work backwards to see how much was used up. Using up of supplies, office, and store are going to be expenses, cost of running my business. I'm going to do the same thing here for prepaid insurance, right? I have my trial balance number of how much I had. I go plug into the balance sheet side how much was left, and then I do my math backwards to figure out how much was used up.